A very valid question that a lot of times surgeons don't learn during residency. And really, at the time you're entering private practice, it's one that you need to know the answer to if you're going to successfully hire and profit from assistants who you might use during surgery. There are four major categories of this. The first modifier is the 62 modifier, and this is the case that requires a co-surgeon. Typically, this is done in complex cases where the other surgeon's assistance is oftentimes necessary to safely do the case. In this type of situation, the reimbursement is 62.5% of the total reimbursement for each surgeon. So the total reimbursement is 125%, but each surgeon's fee is about 62.5% of what they would do if they did it independently. The second is the modifier 80, which is an assistant surgeon who is an MD or a DO, but in this case the surgeon really functions as an assistant, meaning that he would help with exposure, maybe help with closing, but he's not necessarily involved with the technical part of the more complicated part of the case. It's important to note that you cannot use the co-surgeon modifier in this type of case because that has to be done in the cases because the complexity warrants it. In this case, the surgeon gets reimbursed about 16% of the total fee. The third is the nurse practitioner or physician assistant. This is most commonly used in private practice. This type of assistant gets about 85% of the MD or DO reimbursement, which is about 13.6% of the fee totally. Finally, there's nurse first assist. Typically, this also reimbursed 13.6%. However, it's important to note that Medicare does not allow reimbursements for physicians using a nurse assist. The hospitals can reimburse for it. So a lot of times this is limited to specific types of insurances where this is provided. So from a private practice perspective, this may not be the best hire to make because you won't get reimbursed for your payments.